Genesis chapter 7. Then the Lord said to Noah, "Go into the ark with your whole family. I know that you are a godly man among the people of today. Take 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal with you. Take a male and a female of each kind. Take 1 pair of every kind of animal that is not clean. Take a male and a female of each kind. Also take 7 pairs of every kind of bird. Take a male and a female of each kind. Then every kind will be kept alive. They can spread out again over the whole earth. 7 days from now I will send rain on the earth. It will rain for 40 days and 40 nights. I will destroy from the face of the earth every living creature I have made." Noah did everything the Lord commanded him to do. Noah was 600 years old when the flood came on the earth. He and his sons entered the ark. His wife and his sons' wives went with them. They entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Male and female pairs of clean animal and pairs of animal that were not clean came to Noah. So did male and female pairs of birds and of all the creatures that move along the ground. All of them came to Noah and entered the ark. Everything happened just as God had commanded Noah. After 7 days, the flood came on the earth. Noah was 600 years old. It was 17th day of the 2nd month of the year. On that day, all of the springs at the bottom of the oceans burst open. God opened the windows of the sky. Rain fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day, Noah entered the ark together with his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah's wife and the wives of his 3 sons also entered it. They had every kind of wild animal with them. They had every kind of livestock, creatures that moves along the ground, and bird that flies. Pairs of all living creatures that breathe came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing. Everything happened just as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth. As the water rose higher, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The water rose higher and higher on the earth, and the ark floated on the water. The waters rose on the earth until all the high mountains under the entire sky were covered. The waters continued to rise until they covered the mountains by more than 20 feet. Every living thing that moved on land died. The birds, the livestock, and the wild animals died. All of the creatures that filled the earth also died, and so did every human being. Every breathing thing on dry land died. Every living thing on earth was wiped out. People and animals were destroyed. The creatures that move along the ground and the birds in the sky were wiped out. Everything on earth was destroyed. Only Noah and those with him in the ark were left. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Genesis chapter 8. But God showed concern for Noah. He also showed concern for all the wild animals and livestock that were with Noah in the ark. So God sent a wind to sweep over the earth, and the water began to go down. The springs at the bottom of the oceans had been closed. The windows of the sky had also been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. The water on the earth continued to go down. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to go down until the 10th month. On the first day of that month, the tops of the mountains could be seen. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he had made in the dark. He sent out a raven. It kept flying back and forth until the water on the earth had dried up. Then Noah sent out a dove. He wanted to see if the water on the surface of the ground had gone down, but the dove could not find any place to rest. Water still covered the whole surface of the earth. So the dove returned to Noah in the ark. Noah reached out his hand and took the dove in. He brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days, then he sent out the dove again from the ark. In the evening, the dove returned to him. There in its beak was a fleshly picked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the water on the earth had gone down. He waited 7 more days, then he sent out the dove again, but this time it didn't return to him. It was the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year. The water on the earth had dried up. Then Noah removed the covering from the ark. He saw that the surface of the ground was dry. But the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark. Bring your wife and your sons and their wives with you. Bring out every kind of living thing that is with you. Bring the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground. Then they can multiply on the earth. They can have little ones, and the numbers of them can increase." So Noah came out of the ark. His sons and his wife and his sons' wives were with him. All the animals came out of the ark. The creatures that move along the ground also came out. So did all the birds. Everything that moves on the land came out of the ark, one kind after another. Then Noah built an altar to honor the Lord. He took some of the clean animals and birds. He sacrificed them on the altar as burnt offerings. The smell of the offerings pleased the Lord. He said to himself, I will never put a curse on the ground again because of human beings. I will not do it, even though their hearts are always directed toward evil. Their thoughts are evil from the time they are young. I will never destroy all living things again, as I have just done. As long as the earth lasts, there will always be a time to plant and a time to gather the crops. As long as the earth lasts, there will always be cold and heat. There will always be summer and winter, day and night.